What up, folks? Welcome back to Let's Talk Podcast with your boy Dustin Calloway. Yes, sir. I'm back. I'm back for another one. I'm back with another one, for another one, whatever you want to call it. I'm back. So yeah, man. I tried it, y'all. I tried it. I tried to do, clean and all that stuff, and it felt it was cool for a minute, But again, felt like I keep taking away from myself by doing that type of stuff, and just not being yourself. So I'm gonna let y'all know in advance, man. If you don't like cuss words, go ahead and turn it on off, man. Go on to the next one, man. Go find something. Go to the safe zone where you want to go, because this might not be for you, And I think that's what I gotta stop doing. I gotta stop doing what I think everybody else want me to do, and I'm just gonna do what I want to do. That makes you who you are. Be yourself. Not saying that you got to go around here and mess the world up, but you got to be yourself, man. So with that being said, I hope y'all like my new background. Just want to jump off to the side on that. I hope y'all like my new background. All these paintings up here, I made them all on my own. Everything, I made them all. Got a few gifts that I like to tap into. This is something that I've never done in my life, but I always wanted to do in my life. I always wanted to paint. I always wanted to just, draw and stuff. I was never really good at drawing. So, I was just putting stuff off and just never doing it. But I'm at a point in my life now where it is what it is. I'm just going to do what I want to do. So, with my podcast, I know I'm trying to keep it consistent. I'm trying my hardest. I'm working on that. I'm just getting things organized. I work on a few different things outside of the podcast. I still work my 9 to 5. I have my company that I'm revamping, Traders Learning Circle. I'm revamping that, and I'm getting that ready to relaunch again for 2022. I do my comedy stuff. I'm not on a stage or anything like that, but I do create, funny content for TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook and stuff like that. I do my art stuff, my painting stuff. What else? I think I covered everything. Did I cover everything? I think I did. I'm not gonna count gaming, streaming and stuff like that. I'm not gonna count that. That's just something that I do, whenever. And also outside of that, I'm working on a company, building up a company with a couple partners of mine, my friends, and yeah. So it's just basically, getting everything organized to where everything is kind of flowing smoothly. This podcast stuff ain't hard to do. It's not. It's just a matter of life. Life happens, man, and I think that's where a lot of people get things mixed up, right? So you'll see all these entertainers out there, and they live these lives where you always see them just on the go, burning. But what you tend to forget is these people still have real life issues too. They have real life problems, and some people ignore them, and they just keep on pushing forward with whatever they're doing. And other people, like me, you can't really ignore stuff and pretend like it doesn't exist and keep on moving forward with life and pretending like the problems aren't there. So that's why sometimes with the podcast, you'll see I'll take a break, because, just dealing with that life stuff, man, But I'm not going to hold y'all. Let's get the fuck into it. So, again, like I said, if you don't like to hear curse words, man, just go on, man. I'm not here to try to hurt nobody's feelings or whatever, because we live in this day and age now where everybody is super sensitive about every goddamn thing. So it's everybody is feeling pressure to censor themselves and not really speak their mind, because everybody in the goddamn world wants you to say stuff to them how they want to hear it. And it's man, I can't be myself if I'm always talking to you how you want me to talk to you. And I really can't express myself the way that I want to express myself if I'm always catering to you. I can't. You came on here and you started watching my videos or my podcast or whatever for a reason. If I go outside of that and I start becoming this person that's not myself, you won't like me anymore. I'm just telling the fucking truth, for real. You won't like me, man. And I won't like myself. So yeah, I did a few episodes where I didn't cuss. Okay? That's cool. It's not hard to turn it off. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't smoke. I don't drink. Some people enjoy smoking and drinking. Some people enjoy doing this and doing that. I enjoy cussing. It makes me feel good. I feel free. The owner at the company where I work at, man, they cuss like sailors. In meetings. Not saying with like company-wide meetings, but in, you know, when the door closed, man, all they do is just sit in there and just cuss. That's all they do. Because it makes them feel free. It makes them feel alive. So that's why I'm going to do what I'm going to do. So if you don't like it, man, get over it, man. So let's get into this topic, man. Today I want to talk about this. We got to stop leading into our problems with this phrase right here. Just pray about it. We have to, man. I'm so fucking tired of hearing that shit. You see it on social media everywhere. Every time somebody talk about they got a problem with something or they'll post something on social media, not saying that they should be posting all their business on social media because it's not the place for it, but sometimes people do feel like their back is against the wall, so they reach out to social media for help, right? So what do people do when they reach out to those, some people they do know and some people they don't know on social media? What do the people in the comments mostly say? Pray about it. I'm gonna keep you in my prayers. Pray about it, pray about it, pray about it. No real solutions, right? To a person who's probably hurting over something bad that happened in a relationship, something they're going through with their baby mama, their baby daddy, something they're going through with their parents, with their kids. No real solutions, right? Everybody just write it off, pray about it. We got to start putting actions behind our damn problems, man. We have to. You have to put actions behind your problem. And I'm just being real because at one point in my life, I was that person. When I was in that pray about it world, I was that person. Pray about it, man. All right, I'm going to pray about it. Please help me not be angry no more. Please make my family love me, blah, blah, blah. Like, nah. And then you fast forward and none of it ever works. None of it. It doesn't work. And then you get some people who go so deep into it, they really believe that it works. Like, nah. If you sit back and you separate yourself from all them times you prayed versus yourself putting action behind the stuff that you prayed about, what do you think solved it? Do you think praying about it solved it? Or do you think you putting action behind all the stuff that you hated, that was driving you crazy, that was killing you, that was tearing your life apart? Do you think that action you put behind it changed it, or your prayers? Come on, man. Let's talk about it. Relationship issues, broken homes. When you talk about, when I talk about putting action behind your problems, right? And prior to that, I was talking about how people go to social media, right? And all they do is vent about how bad their relationship is, how bad, you know, their baby mama is or their baby father is, right? In relationships, before it even get to that point, man, you got to learn how to walk away before things get too deep. Right? So this is me offering you a solution outside of pray about it. You just got to go pray about it. What you really need to do is you need to start looking at that damn situation for what it is, right? You need to start looking at that relationship for what it is instead of saying that, oh, this motherfucker do me dirty every day. He keep doing this to me. He keep doing that. Or she keep doing this and she keep doing that to me. And you're going to just keep on praying about it, hoping that one day, if all my prayers are going to be answered because he or she's going to stop doing that shit to me. Come on, man. You don't have to stay with a person and remain miserable just because y'all got a kid together. You don't. And I'm just being real with you. A lot of people think that that's what you have to do. You have to basically torture yourself in a situation that you know ain't for you just for the sake of a kid. Sometimes it's just too late, man. Sometimes you can be trying your hardest to make some shit work and it's just not gonna fucking work out, man. It's just not gonna work out. But on the flip side of things, let's just say if you decided to stay in that relationship, right? Instead of saying, I'm just gonna fucking pray about it all the time, have you considered other methods to help in that relationship, right? To help aid and possibly making that relationship work or making it better or healing the relationship, right? Have you all considered relationship counseling? And I know some people are against relationship counseling. Trust me. And I get it. I really get it. And the reason why I say I get it, to go a little bit deeper into that relationship counseling shit, you could be in a situation, right, with somebody that had a lot of childhood trauma, right, that you probably didn't even know about. And they never healed from it, right? So when you meet them in the beginning, y'all going through the honeymoon phase, everything is beautiful, right? And then all of a sudden, you're a few years in, and then all of that shit start coming out, start pouring out. And then you get to a point where you feel like you're being punished by that person because of what they went through in their past, right? With their family and shit, the way that they was brought up, or in different relationships, right? So you in a position where you like, okay, you are that person that doesn't believe in the relationship counseling, because you know deep down inside you like, hold on, I didn't do none of that shit to you. So I get why a person like that in that position will be like, I'm not going to no fucking relationship counseling because ain't nothing wrong with me. That shit happened to you. I didn't do that. I'm not them. Now, if you go to counseling, will I support you? Yeah. Because you need to heal from whatever that is that happened to you in your past. We just in a relationship together, right? So I get why some people on the flip side of things will say, I'm not going to no relationship counseling because everything that you suffering from was not caused by me. It was not caused by our relationship. This relationship was straight until you decided that all of that childhood trauma that you went through, or that previous relationship trauma that you went through, started coming into seeping out when we got together. And you finally broke down when we got together because of whatever you thought about. So I get it. Why some people will see it like that. And I get it. A bunch of people ain't gonna fucking agree. They're gonna go in the comments or something. They're gonna in the comments and say, nah, man, it had to be something about that relationship that went wrong for y'all to be fucked up like that. Like, nah, sometimes it's not, man. Sometimes it's fucking not. And I swear, some people, I wish that some people would just be real and admit that shit. Some of y'all walk into new relationships already fucked up, and you just be hiding that shit from people. And that's the truth. And then once you get that motherfucker reeled in, right? Reeled in, and y'all get to this little comfortable space, that's when you start letting out all that hurt, right? When you could have just said the shit in the beginning, like, look, I went through a lot in my life. My mama did this to me. My brother did that to me. My auntie, my cousins did that to me. My daddy did this to me. In the beginning, right? You could have just said that shit. But the problem with a lot of people is you don't want to give people a chance to accept you for who you are. Flaws and all. Flaws and all, man. And I get it. You know, you're a new person. I don't want to tell you all my business. I don't want to say this to you. I don't want to say all that to you. At some point, we done start having sex. We done start hanging out, cuddling at night. We 6-7 months in. At what point do you feel you want to open up? Start telling, sharing stuff about yourself. See, that's the problem. Motherfuckers be waiting till they get all in love and shit, and they have all these attachments and shit that have like permanent connections, right? Like babies and shit like that, or buying a house together, moving in together with each other, and then you want to start letting that shit out. We gotta stop doing that shit, and then you won't end up at this. I just gotta pray about it shit. If you take a different approach, man. So again, have y'all considered relationship counseling? If you want to stay. And like I said, I just gave the breakdown of the people who may possibly be against relationship counseling. There's a flip side to the relationship counseling shit too. You got some people out here that just don't believe in it altogether, and they really need it. They really need it. And it's those people that think that they ain't got no problems or relationship counseling outside of their relationships, a stranger talking to them, it won't solve shit for them. I'm just like, nah, I don't believe in that. I don't. And the reason I don't believe in that is because every day I'll look at a YouTube video, I'll watch movies, I'll watch documentaries, I'll listen to people talk on TV all the time. And those people, I could have been totally against some shit. Totally against it. But listening to somebody who found success in a situation or who was hurt by a certain situation, if I hear them talking about the situation, I can listen to it and I can pull that information in and I can use that I can apply that information to my life. And I can make a change in my life based off what they said to me. I didn't even know that motherfucker. It's a stranger, right? Where do you think you got your knowledge of life from? Do you think you created everything? You created all your experiences? Do you think it's just all you're doing? When you went to school and somebody taught you some shit in school, if no one ever taught you what 1 + 1,000 equals in school, would you ever know how to solve the problem? If nobody ever taught you 10 times 10, how would you know how to do that? How to solve that equation? How would you know? If nobody ever told you about history, how would you know? How would you build things in your life? Like, how would you know how to do certain things in the world if nobody ever taught you anything, or if you couldn't pull anything from somebody else? Did you create life? Are you God? No, you're not, right? So those people that say that relationship counseling can't help them, you're in denial. Go give it a shot, and then go give it a shot. Come back, and then we'll have a conversation about that later. But if everything that you're doing in your relationship right now is not fucking working, it's not. But you want to stay. You want to be there. You want the motherfucker. You want that shit to work out. But you ain't willing to do nothing outside of you and her talking to each other all the time, or and y'all going to war with each other all the time. If you ain't doing shit about that, what do you think what's gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen? Y'all just gonna be fucking miserable forever. Or you can just pray about it. You can't pray your fucking problems away, man. And this is not a knock on anybody's belief system. But like I said, you got to stand up and you got to do something about your shitty ass situation. You have to. Not to say that this is not a video of me talking about, oh, don't go to church. You don't do this. And I ain't talking about all that shit. I'm just talking about the people that always write everything off on hope or faith without action. Nah, you can't live your life like that. You sitting down here praying on your damn knees every day for something to change in your life, and you look at your life a year, 2 years from that time, nothing ever changed, because all you did was got on your knees and prayed every day, sat back on the couch, got up, went upstairs, went to bed, and you didn't do anything to change your circumstances at all. Every day. And I get it, man. Like when we talk about relationships. Sometimes you get to a point in a relationship, man, where you get to a point where you be like, man, fuck it, man. I'm done repeating myself. I'm done repeating the same shit over and over again. I'm tired of arguing about the same shit over and over again. Y'all both hurt each other. Y'all both know what the fuck y'all mad about. Y'all both know what y'all hate about the relationship. What's next? What's the next step? What's the next step? Since we don't like relationships, since we're not gonna just pray about it, right? We're not going to relationship counseling. What's next? Let's go to the flip side of things. You might be in a relationship where you got one person in that relationship busting their motherfucking ass, trying to make that relationship work, trying to make things better. But then on the other side, you got the other person who ain't putting forth no effort at all. I get that. I get it. But what's the plan when you exhausted all measures? Everything that I'm talking about, I've been there. I've been in every one of those scenarios. I've been there. And I'm not lying. I've been in that situation where you put everything that you got in your soul into trying to get that other person to work as hard as you to fix a relationship, right? You try. And you go from y'all communicating with each other a little bit and it's working, it seems like it's working, but then you go to another point where motherfuckers start disregarding how you feel, and then y'all get to arguing all the time, and then y'all go to silence and y'all don't talk to each other no more. Y'all just kind of existing in the same space together. I get it. I've been there before. I mean, it hurts to put everything in your soul into a relationship, and then you don't get shit in return for it, but wasted time. And then where do you end up? Social media. Talking about it, putting all your hurt out there. I've been there before too. Put my hurt out there on social media. Because it ain't just y'all. But I've been there before, putting my hurt out on social media. And you get the same response. Just pray about it. Pray about it. Gotta do what's best for you. Or you get somebody who's bitter, just like you, and all they doing is just hyping you up even more because they talking about their shitty situation. So y'all just sitting there comparing shitty notes, so your hate is growing even deeper. But again, what are you doing about it outside of just praying about it and just being bitter about it? We love our children, most of us. But who really wants to have kids and not be with the person that they had their kids with? Outside of those accidental parents, right? Y'all both got tipsy at the club one night stand, she ended up pregnant. You don't even know who the fuck she is. You don't know her last name. You don't know his last name. That happens. But I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about people who are in relationships. Y'all built some shit together and then y'all have a kid together. You put all this time in. Who just wants to have a baby with somebody and not really be there with them? I get that shit. I get it. You give everything you got to make that situation work, right? For your kids. Just to turn around 10 to 15 years later and hate your fucking life. You gonna just pray about it? You prayed about it 10 to 15 years ago, right? Why do you hate your life 10 to 15 years later? You prayed about it. See, this is the type of shit that we all get sucked into. We get sucked into this just pray about it mind state that's been passed down for generations, right? Just pray about it. Just pray about it. 10, 15 years go by in a fucking relationship. The relationship stopped being good and you started praying about it 3 years into the relationship. Fast forward 10, 15 years later, you still just praying about it. When really could have tried counseling, right? Let me go back to counseling real quick. You could have went to counseling. I'm not even saying that relationship counseling is meant to make a relationship better. Nope. Sometimes you can go to relationship counseling to see if y'all need to just go fucking separate ways. See what I'm saying? See, some people think that that's what it's all about. You only go into relationship counseling because you need somebody else to tell y'all what y'all need to do to stay together. No, it don't always be that. Sometimes they'll tell you, y'all need to just go y'all separate ways because y'all ain't never gonna agree on this or in that. And this ain't never gonna work and that's never gonna work. You're too upset about this, she too upset about that. Go your separate ways. See what I'm saying? So when we start talking about the solutions, outside of just pray about it. Could have went to relationship counseling 3 years into the relationship to see even if this was a good fit. Is this even a good fit? We've been together 3 years. 1.5 of those years was cool. It was all love. And then we moved in together at the end of year 2. At the end of year, like, let's just say 2.5 or 2. We moved in together and then boom, we in year 3. We live together now. And now I get to really see who she is and she get to really see who I am. And we fucking hate each other. But what did we do? We just prayed about it. We just prayed about it. Then by year 5, y'all got a little man on his way to the earth. Right? Y'all started hating each other in year 3. Nothing changed about year 5, but little man is on his way. Because y'all didn't want to stop having sex. Y'all didn't. Y'all just kept having sex, and then y'all made a mistake for real, even though y'all was in a relationship and had little man. So guess what? Year 5, 9 months after that, little man here. Now little man is being brought up in his world from year 6. Let's just say 6 of the relationship, all the way up to 10 to 15. What do you think little man is going through at home? Y'all never went to counseling. Y'all just kept praying about it. Y'all kept praying about it, and shit never changed. But y'all kept praying about it, and nothing changed. Little man here now, and now little man is being brought up in that world where all that year 3 bullshit. Now little man is bundled up in that motherfucking package. He's in there with y'all. He's all tied up in that shit. So now little man is being brought up in this world where he was born into drama. He was born into chaos. And this is all little man is seeing, right? So little man, he born let's just say year 6. By year 10, little man is 4. Right? By year 15, little man is what? What is he, 9? He's 9 years old now. But little man, from year 6 all the way up to year 15, all he been seeing is bullshit, drama, fighting, in the house, going to war with each other. How you think little man is gonna be? What you think he gonna be like, huh? Because y'all see all these kids out here nowadays that y'all don't understand, like why they are the way. Why the fuck are they like this, man? Why these kids so fucked up out here like this? I just broke something down to you. Year 1, year 2, we get together. We love each other. Everything is beautiful. Year 3, we move in together. All downhill from there. We fucking hate each other. We hate each other. Made a mistake. Little man came in. Let's just say year 6. Little man born into chaos. Year 6, all the way through year 15. He's 9 years old now. Little man is a fucking terror when he goes to school. Because guess what? All he do is see this bullshit at home with mommy and daddy. That's it. That's all little man see. So little man is that little badass little kid that you see at school, fucking up the whole school. Because guess what? Little man parents fucked up in year 3, didn't go seek no counseling, no professional help to see if they should have even stayed together in the first fucking place. But they did, like a lot of us do, and we just pray and hope about shit, right? And you fast forward and look at how these fucking kids turn out. So I'm gonna cut all this other shit that I had scripted to talk about, and I'm gonna go do this personal shit that I do with myself that I love to do all the time. I'm gonna give you that little man situation. My own story about my little man. But it ain't no little man on my end. It's a little girl. So same situation. You got the beautiful shit in the beginning, right? First couple years, everything is cool. And just like little man situation, by year 3, we moving in together. All fucking downhill from there, right? So you doing everything in your power. You talking, let's relocate, let's go do this. We ain't go to no counseling, right? Because back then, you know, the way that I think now, I didn't think like this back then, like about the counseling shit. Like that was never a thought in my mind, you know? It just wasn't. I felt like, okay, we can just fix this. Let's talk, you know? Let's just talk, have conversation, and do that. Yeah, that shit is all good when both people are talking and communicating. But when that shit get cut off on one end or the other, all down fucking hill. And that's what happened. It went downhill. But you know the difference between me and little man parents? I didn't need counseling because I counseled myself enough to the point where it ended up almost going domestic violence route, and not by me, but it started going that route. And I told myself, I'm gonna counsel myself with all my shit moved out of here in this garage. I'm gonna counsel myself on what I should do next for the sake of my little man. And you know what I did? I didn't say, oh, fuck it, just because we got a kid together, man, I'm just gonna stay here and I'm gonna suffer. No. I left. I packed my shit and I left. Did I abandon my kid? No, I didn't abandon my kid. But the relationship was bad enough to the point where I said, I know where this is gonna go. And I know what type of situation my child is gonna be raised in if I stay. Shit wasn't getting better. I knew it wasn't gonna get better. So you know what I told myself? I'm the fuck up out of here. Because I'm the type of person, when I look at any situation in life, I've always been this way. I've done some bad things in life, but it don't matter what it was that I did, I always saw the end of it. Always. I looked at that situation and I took my life and I fast forward ahead in my vision of my future, and I said, this is where it's going to lead to misery or me in jail. That's it. So I said, when I came to that conclusion, I left. I packed my shit and I got out of there. Fast forward now, is my child affected by it? A little bit. But guess where she would be? I promise you, had I stayed. She would be 30 times worse. Because all she would have saw was that fucking violent shit in the house. I would rather not be there, her miss me being there with them as a unit, than staying in the same house where she saw me miserable as fuck every day. Because you know what probably would have happened? I probably wouldn't have treated her right had I stayed. I probably would have been a fucking dickhead dad had I stayed. I probably would have been a mean ass bitter dad that just cut himself off from the whole family had I stayed. So I took it upon myself to go. Would relationship counseling work back then? I don't know. But hey, when it got to a point where someone tried to be like physically abusive towards me, yeah, and I'm a man, and I know y'all hear it all the time, like men can't get physically abused. Some of us do have restraint. When someone is trying to hit us, throw shit at us, a lot of us have restraint. A lot of us do. Some don't. They snap and they just punch a woman back. Now, I'm not trying to say that in my situation she tried to punch me in my face. No, she didn't. She didn't try to punch me in my face. But did people like try to jump all on me and I had to defend myself and get everybody up off me? Yeah, I did. A house full of women jumped on me. And I had to get them up off me to get up out of there. Yes. So every man in a situation like that where we talking domestic violence, they are not the ones that are over there abusing people. Sometimes it's men. But again, back to man in them. See, had man in them, his parents taken some steps in the beginning when shit got really bad to say, we gonna go seek counseling or we gonna just say fuck it and we just gonna go our separate ways. Had they did that at the 3-year mark, man wouldn't even be here. If we just being real about it, man wouldn't even be here. Man wouldn't end up being one of those dudes that you see out here, those little badass little kids running around out here. See, I don't look at these little bad kids walking around right now like, oh, they just some fucked up little kids. Like, nah, man. Something made them that way. Something. And that environment made them that way. And if we want to go deeper outside of just that particular environment that made them that way, it's layers to all of this shit. And I'm going to hit that in my next episode of Let's Talk Podcast when we talk about black people versus white people. We're going to hit that. Because man in them situation, come on, man. There's so many layers that led to man in them situation. But again, had man's parents decided at year 3 to go their separate fucking ways or seek counseling to see if they should stay together or go their separate fucking ways, man wouldn't be here and we wouldn't be in a situation where you always going up to the school because your good kid is always getting fucked over on by man. Little man, right? Listen, broken homes suck. They do. But what sucks the worst is growing up in an environment where you could tell both parents fucking hate each other. Sometimes I won't even say hate, just don't like each other. That don't feel good. And you know, the funny part is kids can feel that, man. They can feel the resentment that parents have towards each other. They can feel that shit, man. But a lot of y'all parents just be like, man, yeah, we're going to just still stay together. We're just going to stay together. Just because, man, it's just easier this way. Nah, sometimes you got to burn shit to the ground. You really do. Sometimes it's better to just separate, man. Seek counseling. Not church. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not knocking your religion. I'm not. Like, you know, I hear some of y'all holy people talk all this church stuff. But I can point out so many people that I know that do that churchy church stuff all the time, talking all that churchy church stuff to people, and some of them be the worst people in the world, man. Most of them do. Most of them. I know some people right now who always church this and church that, and I be like, man, don't you know that I know this about you for real? But I see you doing this online all the time. Get out of here with that, man. Seek real counseling, man. Real counseling. People that talk about real world stuff. They give you real world solutions and not just say, just go pray about it. No. Just go pray about it. Just go pray about it. No, that don't work. I'm sorry, it don't work. Just to go back on myself a little bit, back when I was living in that just pray about it world, that just pray about it space, those were the worst times of my life, man. And I didn't know why. I didn't know why I used to live with so much anxiety. Now, nope. But I used to live with it every day for years before I woke up. And it was because I walked around praying about stuff all the time, reading that Bible all the time, not telling you to stop reading it. I'm nothing against what you do. This is my program that works for me. But when I was walking around reading it, I was walking around praying all the time. I didn't even realize that doing that all the time, when I had a problem, I just looked at that as the ultimate solution. And I didn't even work on my problems though. Because I was just praying about it all the time. And then I woke up. So again, broken homes suck, man. To go back on it. Broken homes suck, man. And my situation as a father, man, it sucks that I was forced into a situation where I had to leave the house where my daughter lived. It fucking sucked. It did. It hurt every day. Especially when you leave a situation where the thought of leaving your kid behind hurts. But then what a lot of people don't see on the flip side of things is when a father has to walk out that house. I didn't walk out that house paid. I wasn't paid. I didn't have a bunch of money in the bank. I was broke as shit when I walked out of there. So I had to walk out that bitch and go sleep on an air mattress. An air mattress, man. I had to move in with one of my friends and start from scratch. I had everything that I had and my name was in my little bedroom. And my bedroom was probably the size of a bathroom. I'll just say like an oversized bathroom. Put it like that. That's how big my bedroom was. So it was like I was starting from scratch. I had a desk, my blow-up mattress, and my dresser was 2 plastic bins. And you know the funny thing is, those plastic long bins with the 3 shelves that all the college kids be having? Those were my dressers. And you know what's funny, to this day, I still have those. I still have them. And it's not because I'm just like, just expecting the world to end again. And nah, it's just because it's a constant reminder of the struggle, where I came from. It makes me appreciate where I am now. Because it's rough. It's rough for a lot of fathers that have to walk out the house, A lot of us do leave with nothing. And that's not to say that everything that's in the house belongs to the woman. It's not true. Because some people will be like, well, everything in the house was hers. Nah, not everything. Some dudes just say, fuck it, I don't want the hassle. Keep the shit. Or some dudes will just say, hey, just keep that shit because my kid is here anyway. So she gonna need a couch to sit on. She gonna need that TV to watch that me and you both bought. Or she gonna need that bed to sleep in that me and you both bought. She gonna need that TV in the room or in the kids' room that me and you both bought or I bought. See, sometimes you just gotta walk away and just say like, fuck it, I'll just start over. It's better to just have my piece over here and not just pray about it, but my solution is I'm going to leave and go find peace. It's just better to have that over there than to fight over material things that you can get back. But as a father, like I said, it sucks, man. But you have to, walk out that door, man. And for myself, again, I did it for multiple reasons. One, to save myself from that thing called jail. Because I knew that's where it was going. Once the disrespect and the violent shit started getting out of control, it's like, okay, let me get on up out of here. I'm going to get on up out of here, right? 2, to save my daughter from witnessing violence, man, in our home every fucking other day. And I know I just said that earlier, but I had to go. I didn't pray a lot. I pray about it. Again, I didn't pray about it. I analyzed the situation and made a decision accordingly. I did. Did it hurt my daughter again? Yes. Did it destroy her, though? Nah. I look at her now. I pay attention to her. Nah. If anything is being done to her outside of my home that's hurting her and is going on over there at her mama house, I can't tell her how to run her house. And that's what a lot of y'all need to know that shit too. When you go through these situations where the relationship don't work, that's another thing that you got to worry about with your kid. You can only do your best, man. Talk to your kid. Try to show them that even if the situation over there is fucked up with the parent that they with, either it's the mom or the dad, you got to try to talk to them and show them a different side to things. And that's why I don't go out here in this world and fuck up shit the way that I know I can. Men, we fuck up a lot of things in this world. Some, not all. But me, as a father, I refuse to go out there in this world and put myself in a position where my kids have to look back on me and they memories of me are fucked up memories. Just fucked up. I remember my dad did this fucked up shit. My dad did that fucked up shit. Can you recall the relationship, the couple relationships that you saw me in? Yeah, you can. But that's part of life. And that's what I explain to my kids on a day-to-day. So that my kids don't end up being them just pray about it people. I talk to them about real life and how life works. And if something don't work this way, you need to have a solution for it to go that way. Or to go this way or that way or this way. Right? We have real conversations about real life. And I don't go out here in the world fucking over people, fucking up the world because I don't want my kids to see me as a shady motherfucker, man. Or just a greasy dude. I don't want them to become greasy kids or greasy adults in this world. Do I have my issues with, my certain little things that I don't like, that my kids do? Not like my kids, but certain things that they do that I don't like. Yes. But ultimately, when I wake up in the morning and I think about my kids, even though they don't live with me, do I not like my kids? No. Am I disappointed in my kids? Nope. I'm not. Am I angry at my kids? No, I'm not. No. I'm proud of my kids. I really am. I got 2 daughters. I'm proud of both of them. And it's because for years after the whole breakup shit happened, the only thing you can really do as a man is show your kids love, talk to them, show them love, talk to them, support them, show them love. That's all you can do. And I'm at a point now where with my 17-year-old daughter, I'm finally starting to realize that she has been taking in everything that I've been saying to her for years, even though there are still these few things that she'll do where I'll be like, damn, girl, like, come on, man. Come on now, get to this. And it ain't nothing super bad. It's just typical school stuff, right? But when I talk to her now and we have conversations, she's about to be 18 in December. Everything I say to her, I could tell she like, oh yeah, yep, I know, I got this, I got it. Or if I ask her a question about, like the other day, I had a conversation with my daughter. I know we're going off on a tangent here, but I had a conversation with her about, like something similar to this, like broken homes and fathers not being there for their daughters and how women turn into hoes. And we had a conversation about it. And I just asked her straight, I'm like, do you got any hoe friends? And she was just like, we have real conversations, right? So she was just like, yeah, but they not my friends. I said, I ain't say nothing to her. I ain't tell her to not be friends with them. I ain't never tell her like, oh, your friend a hoe, don't be a friend with your whole friend. But everything that I've been saying to her for years about how you can fuck up your reputation and how you can fuck up your life, and I even told her stories about girls that I went to school with, I can tell it all kicked in. She ain't got to tell me that it's not surfacing in her mind when she see her friends acting like this or these ex-friends acting like that. But the way she moved after she find out how certain people are, I can tell everything registered. Everything. We have real conversations, man. And she's not in the best situation right now, but she got me. She got this podcast to carry through life. Why do y'all think I do this? Do you think I do this just because I'm looking for this big ass audience? No. I don't get a lot of views on my channel. I don't get a lot of people watching my podcast all the time. I really don't. But do you think I care? No, I don't. I'm going to tell you why I don't care. The reason why I don't care is because I've realized that, and I know this, and a lot of people try to avoid this in their mind, but everyone has a day where they're going to leave here. Gone. You're not going to be here anymore, right? What do you leave behind for anybody that you care about? Like, do I care about the world and do I care about the well-being of everyone? I do. I do. So that's why I do this. This is part of why I do this. Is it the main reason? No. I have hard drives over here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hard drives over here with all types of stuff that I recorded on myself. I recorded my kids. I recorded my family. I recorded so many different things. And something happened to me whenever my time comes. Okay, somebody will have to get these hard drives, which will be my daughter, and she'll have to go plug them in somewhere and start looking through all the information. Or, on the flip side of things, I created this. So, for those wondering, this is for my kids. Everything that I do is for my kids. Because one day, I won't be here no more. One day, we're all going to be gone. But what's left behind? This. This is left behind. So this is why I do it. Why do I paint? Because I want to leave something behind. Why do I have all this equipment? Because I want to leave something behind. I can pass this over to my kids. You can all use this stuff to create whatever you want to create. Why did I start a company? To leave something behind. Why do I write stuff down? I take notes on a bunch of stuff. Notes, which my daughter has a password to all of this stuff. To leave something behind. So that whenever what happens, if she needs to hear me, or if they need to hear me, need to see me, I'm right here. This is the stuff that people don't really want to talk about. I'm not going to just pray about things. And I hope you all gathered something from this episode today. Don't just pray about stuff, man. Take action. Take action. Take action. Do something about your current situation. Don't just sit in it. Am I in a perfect situation right now? Nah. But I'm at a point now where I'm taking action. Do I vent to my friends? Yeah, I do. When shit get too tough and just, I vent to my friends. And I vent to my friends because they offer solutions, right? Not just ad libs. Man, that's crazy. What? That's great. What? Shit. I had a bunch of friends like that. Bunch of them. Got them the fuck out of here. For real. I did. Because somebody that hit you with ad libs all the time, that's equivalent to just pray about it with me. And I'm not with that shit. So I move on. I keep people around me now that help me become a better me, that push me to do more, push me to drive forward and not just pray about shit that I'm going through. So look, I hope this message reaches all of you people, man, on Facebook that I always see every day. Telling people, asking people to just pray for y'all. Nah, you need to do something about your situation. And if you need a solution, that's what you need to start asking for. Stop asking people for prayers. If you have a real problem, do you not realize that this is life that we live right now? Life. We all, what's new out here? What's new that happens in life that somebody else ain't already been through? Nothing. You could tell me about any scenario and I could tell you, oh, I heard about this person that did that and that happened to this person. Man, listen, we all share the same experiences. We just have different lives. Some people make it out the other end. Some don't. So if you're looking for a solution to your problems, man, just fucking put it out there. Put that out there. Instead of saying, hey, man, just pray for me, man. My stomach hurt this morning. Just pray for me, man. I'm in the hospital, man. My blood pressure is 200 over 1,000. Just, nah. Really what you need to be asking people for is, hey, man, look, I'm suffering from a food addiction. Can somebody help me? Because that's what it really is. Because when you turn around, you asking for all these people to pray for you, and you keep doing the same shit to yourself all the time. What do you think is going to happen eventually? Eventually, you ain't going to be able to ask for prayers no more because you're going to be fucking dead. And I'm just being real with you. And that was going to be the second part of this topic today. I wasn't just going to talk about the relationship shit when it comes to just pray about it, but it's just a lot of different things. And I'm going to close it out with this. It's so many different things that we go through in this life, man. And we just keep on getting hit with just pray about it shit. And that ain't the way life works, man. Somebody told you to do that a long time ago. Somebody told you to do that shit and keep living in somebody brainwashed you into thinking that if you just do that your current circumstances will change. If that's the case, everybody that go to fucking church in the hood every Sunday to get their money away, every Sunday, something will change about their lives, right? Because they at church every Sunday giving away their fucking money that they could barely afford to give away. And they praying every Sunday. But nothing ever changes about their circumstances in a fucking ghetto. Nothing changes. They wake up the same fucking ghetto. They wake up, everything is still fucked up around them. And it's because they're being brainwashed into doing some, thinking that if you just do this, that's going to happen. No. Action. 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 I'm not even going to lie to you. You're sitting in the hood every day, in the ghetto every day. Your circumstances fucked up every day. You wake up, you walk outside, you look around, miserable every day. And you like, damn. I mean, let me just go in this house and pray. But then when I leave the house today, I'm going to go, fuck this. I'm going to go fuck this chick over here. No condom on. I'm going to get her pregnant. Then I'm going to go over here and mess with baby and them. And I'm going to get her pregnant. And I'm going to get her pregnant now. I'm 16 years old. I got 3 baby mamas. 3 1-year-olds all at the same time. And let's just say of all of them, you know, he ain't got no job. He didn't even have a fucking job when he was sleeping with all of y'all, right? But all 3 of them gonna go throw that man on child support, but he ain't even have a fucking job to begin with. So now look at what you're dealing with. This 16-year-old boy, a couple years later, he a grown man, he 18 years old. They done put him on child support for 3 different kids. And they ain't doing nothing with their lives either, so they still waking up in the same dungeon that they've been in. And they go out there and they go get another baby daddy, and they get another baby daddy and another baby daddy. And now you see how this cycle continues of bullshit. But then all the motherfuckers, when they get to a certain point in their life where shit's just too hard, what they do? They go to grandma or auntie and them and they say, girl, come on, just go to church with me. Boy, come on and go to church with me. We're going to pray about it. That ain't no fucking solution. And again, this ain't a knock on what your belief system is, but it ain't no fucking solution. The solution is teaching these kids, man, raising them even in the fucked up situation, because everybody can't live in the suburbs. Everybody can't afford to live in a nice neighborhood. But what you can do is you can work within your community to do some shit. You can work in there, work within that community if you that type of person and that's what you want to do. Not telling you what to do, if that's what you want to do. This is just me offering a solution that I think may help you. Not necessarily saying that I'm going to get boots on the ground down there and I'm going to add that to the plate of shit that I'm doing right now. No. But I'm just saying that's a solution outside of just praying about it. Educating these kids on sex. Getting them on birth control. Talking to them about having babies at a young age, not even realizing that you got to pay for so much shit for these little kids. Daycare. Or telling them about how fucked up the welfare system is. And how if you do start doing better with your situation, how they take the shit from you. And then they put you right back at square one. They keep you dependent on them. So what do? All right, fuck it. I'm just going to quit my job. I'm going to stop going to school. And I'm just going to sit down and let welfare take care of me for the rest of my life. Then you fast forward, you're 40 years old. You ain't did shit with your life. And you're still in the same circumstances that you were in at the age of 16. But guess what? Grandma and them told you to just pray about it and you'll fix your situation. No, it ain't changed shit. We got to stop just praying about it, man. We got to start putting action behind everything that we're going through, and we got to start thinking our way through this shit. Think your way through it. Again, if you're in a good relationship, 1-2 years in, after y'all make a major move, you at year 3, y'all move in together, and then shit start going downhill, seek counseling immediately, or fucking break up and go that way immediately before baby even comes into the picture. Trust me, I'm telling you from my own experience. My own experience. That's why my kids are damn near 18 and my daughter about to be 11. Nah, not doing that again. Won't happen again. No. But it's for a reason. I had to learn. So you take the lessons that people give to you, which I'm giving you now about myself, and I just want you to apply them to your life. If you don't have kids now, or if you're in a situation where you have kids and shit is bad right now, apply this information, man. But that's going to be the end of this podcast. I ran over on this one. I had a ton of notes, but I'm just like, let me fly for a bit, man. But again, man, I got to start filming my podcast however the fuck I want to film it. I'm sorry. Some days I'm going to cuss and some days I'm not, man. And I think that's just going to make for better content for me if I just be myself. And not saying when I don't cuss, I'm not being myself. But it kind of forces me to pause a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know I be thinking a cuss word. And then I'll be like, oh, shit, don't say it. So I'll be like, and then trying to find something else to say, and I'm just like, nah, I ain't doing that shit no more. So however it comes out, it comes out. But again, that's gonna be a wrap for this podcast, man. So do me a favor. I need y'all to drop down into the description of the video, and I got a bunch of links, man, for all my social media outlets. So do me a favor, man. Go ahead and tap on those links, man, and follow me on all my different social media platforms, man. And, you know, we're going to keep this thing rocking, man. So, you know, I'm going to catch y'all on the next episode, and I hope I don't offend any motherfucking body on the next episode when we talk about black people versus white people. So, again, until the next time, my people, peace.